I want to tell you something about silence, about how the quietest word you ever say can echo louder than anything else in the room. There was a Tuesday afternoon in October when I learned that lesson, standing in my childhood bedroom in Columbus, Ohio, laundry basket on my hip, feeling 12 years old again. My name is Millie Hargrove. I'm 26, and this is the story of the best and worst month of my life, depending on which week you ask about. My mother, Diane Hargrove, raised 3 kids on a dental hygienist's salary after my father, Leonard, left when I was 9. She's tough in the way certain Midwestern women are tough, not mean, not cruel, just hardened. She survived life by turning hardships into policy. And somewhere around the time I turned 23 and moved back home after my first job out of Columbus State fell through, she established a policy. I would contribute to the household. That was fair, genuinely fair, and I respected it. Over time, fairness shifted. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, like a frog in warming water. The rules kept changing. First, it was $150 a month. Fine. Then it crept to $250 when my younger brother Caleb moved back in, framed as splitting utilities. Eventually it became $400, which she started calling rent. $400 in Columbus is not nothing, especially when you're covering your own phone, your own car insurance, and trying to save anything at all on a $41,000 a year job. But I paid it, first of the month, cash in an envelope on the kitchen counter. Here's the thing about people who love you, and also take you for granted, they often don't notice they're doing it. My mother wasn't scheming, she just got comfortable. Comfortable with someone there to split grocery runs, to watch the dog when she went to her Thursday night book club, to fix the Wi-Fi router when it failed, because I was the only one who understood technology past 2009. I became infrastructure. I became wallpaper that also paid rent. What she didn't know, what I hadn't told anyone, not even my older sister Renata, who lives in Dayton and tends to announce things at the wrong time, was that for the past 2 years I'd been quietly building something. It started as a side project during the pandemic. I've always been good with numbers, taken a few online courses in financial modeling, real estate analysis, things I was genuinely interested in but had no formal degree in. I started a small consulting practice helping small landlords, mostly mom and pop types, optimize rental pricing and property expenses. At first it was small, slow, audacious, even to charge $300 per engagement. Then it grew. Then it wasn't $300 anymore. Then I had a waiting list. Then I brought on 2 contractors to manage the workload. I hadn't said a word at home, partly to avoid jinxing it, partly because in my family, announcing something before it's fully real is an invitation for it to be picked apart at the dinner table. My mother meant well, but Diane Hargrove had a talent for practical skepticism that could dismantle your excitement like stripping a carburetor. So I stayed quiet. I filed into the house, dropped my envelope on the counter, ate dinner, watched TV. 2 months before that Tuesday, I put a deposit down on a real penthouse in the Short North neighborhood. 2 floors. Exposed brick, rooftop terrace, with a view of the whole city. Pre-approved, down payment ready, closed on a crisp Thursday morning in September. I didn't move in. Immediately renovations, new flooring, fresh paint in the office room. I figured November, and then came Tuesday. I was folding laundry when my mother appeared in the doorway. Arms crossed the universal sign for serious conversation. She said, "Millie, I need to talk to you about this month." I said, "Okay." She explained the rent was going up. She'd done some research, comparing rooms in the area going for $600, $700 a month. She felt what she was charging was below market. She needed the money. Her car needed work. I stood there with a folded shirt in my hands. I heard every word she said. I thought about the penthouse 2 miles away, hardwood floors, sub-zero refrigerator, everything I had built quietly over 3 years. I said the same word I had said every month, but in a new, calm tone, like closing a cabinet gently. "Okay." She blinked. "You're okay with that?" I repeated, quieter, settled, intentional. "Okay." That was it. No argument, no negotiation, no compromise. She lingered a few seconds, waiting for me to push back. That was the script. I'd push, she'd hold firm. We'd modify, life would go on. But I didn't give her the cue. I was done. Within 4 days I was out. I packed steadily, loaded my Subaru in 2 trips, left my key on the counter next to where the envelope used to sit. No note, no explanation. Only one conversation as I left. "Are you seriously leaving?" she asked. "Yes," I said. "Where are you going?" "I found a place." She looked like I had said I was joining the circus. Friday night, I moved into the penthouse with a bottle of sparkling cider I'd been saving. I stood on the rooftop terrace in the November cold, looking at the Columbus skyline, and I cried a little, not sad crying, but the kind that comes when you realize you've been small somewhere for a long time, and you no longer have to be. I didn't post much on social media, but my friend Tasha, a real estate photographer, offered to shoot the place once renovations were done. I said yes. When she sent the photos, I was stunned. The rooftop at golden hour, the kitchen with its waterfall countertop, the living room with city light flooding floor-to-ceiling windows. I posted 6 of them on Instagram, just the address. A little sun emoji, nothing dramatic. By Thursday morning, my phone had 47 notifications. My mother's name was in my DMs 3 times. First, shock just question marks. Second, longer, careful, asking if it was really mine and wishing I'd told her. The third, sent around 2 in the morning while I slept, hit hardest. She was sorry, not about rent, not about years, not about how she hadn't truly seen me in a long time. She realized maybe she'd used my capability as an excuse not to take care of me the way she should have. My sister Renata called before I'd had coffee. Impressed, personally offended I hadn't shared sooner. "Millie, how long have you been sitting on this?" I said. "A while." She laughed, shocked in that way. She always does. Caleb texted one word. "Lend." And I appreciated it more than I could say. I spoke to my mother in person eventually, letting a couple of weeks pass to let everything settle. We met at a diner on Henderson Road, the place we used to go when I was a kid. She looked tired in that way. Women who've carried burdens alone for a long time start to look after a certain age. I didn't want to punish her. This story isn't about revenge. If it were, it would be petty, and I wouldn't be proud of it. I told her I loved her. I told her the years in that house weren't wasted. I had saved money. I had built something. I had had a roof over my head when I needed it. I hadn't taken that for granted. I told her the rent wasn't really the issue. The real issue was that I had stopped being her daughter somewhere along the way and started being a roommate who also happened to share her last name. I needed that to stop, she cried. Diane Hargrove, who I'd maybe seen cry twice in my life, cried into her coffee on a Tuesday morning. She said she didn't realize. I told her I believed her. Here's the lesson. This story isn't just about a penthouse, a dramatic exit, or a social media post that shocked my family. Those are just the events. The lesson lies beneath them. I spent a long time waiting for someone to notice how much I had grown, waiting for someone to say, "You don't belong here anymore. You're ready to go." The uncomfortable truth. Nobody was going to say it, not out of cruelty, but because people get comfortable with the version of you that serves them. They stop looking for the newer version. That's human nature. When my mother issued her ultimatum, she thought she was giving a demand. What she actually did was give me permission. The permission I technically always had but hadn't fully claimed. Her "pay more or leave" became the door I had been standing in front of for 2 years, and I finally walked through it. Silence can be more powerful than argument, not as manipulation, but as a practice of knowing when words would only delay what you've already decided. My okay wasn't passive. It was the most active sentence I'd ever spoken. Build in private. Not every dream needs an audience. Not every plan needs approval before pursuit. Those who love you can unintentionally talk you out of things that would have saved you. Protect your work until it's strong enough to stand alone. The penthouse was real. It was mine. Real and mine specifically because I hadn't asked anyone's opinion before it existed. Build the thing, quietly. Tell people when it's done. Millie Hargrove lives and works in Columbus, Ohio. Her consulting firm now has 4 full-time employees, with a 6-month wait list. She and her mother have Sunday phone calls most weeks. Learning slowly how to know each other again. This time as 2 adults navigating territory neither expected. And it is far better than the alternative.